What's going on, you guys? This is Eric back at you with another DIY video. And this one I'm going to be installing this tan and black interior on my 2000 Infiniti G20. If you guys have seen some of my previous videos, you guys can tell that my interior is garbage. I mean, look at that. What we're going to do is pretty much take off our seats, our front and back seats, since I bought a whole new set of them. I got them for 80 bucks, so not a bad deal. So I'm gonna be swapping pretty much everything. So if you guys are trying to do this to your Infiniti G20 or P11, I'll show you guys how to do that. So these are some of the tools that you're gonna need to replace the seats on your car. So you're gonna need some zip ties. You're gonna need like a cutter of some sort. You're gonna need a flathead, some pliers, needle nose pliers, or some wire cutting pliers like these. You're also gonna need like a little sharp pointy object like this to get in between the clips. You're also gonna need a ratchet and some sockets as well. Let's start by taking off our front two seats. So for the most part, most car seats have 2 bolts in the front, which is that one over there and this one right here, and then there should be 2 in the rear. So go ahead and loosen those up. In my case, I have a 14mm bolt holding these seats in, so go ahead and just take that out. To get the rear bolts out, go ahead and move your seat forward. When you move your seat forward, you're gonna have access to these 2 bolts right here in the back, so go ahead and remove those. Alright, you guys, so once we remove those 4 bolts, go ahead and disconnect your negative battery terminal. And you're just going to be doing this because we're messing with the seats and the seat belt, and you don't want the airbags to explode on you. So go ahead and just disconnect that for safety. Before you guys remove your seat, go ahead and disconnect the connections that are on the bottom. Go ahead and remove your seat after you disconnect your connections. This is a close-up of the wiring connections on the bottom of the seat. Go ahead and disconnect all of those, and then we're going to be transferring most of this hardware to the new seats. Go ahead and start loosening up all your connections from the metal right here so that you can take it off. Now go ahead and just remove these 4 bolts right here that hold the top of the seat on. Go ahead and remove all of those. Once you guys get those 4 bolts out, all you need to do to remove this is just get this lever right here, and then just go forward and then push out, just like that. Now what we're doing is taking off the top portion of the seat off. So go ahead and get your hand, and then what you're pretty much doing is unclipping these clips right here from the back of the seat, and you're gonna do all of them across so that we can start taking this cover off. Once you get the back cover off, you're gonna need to remove these clips right here. So all you gotta do is just get with your thumb and go like that, and this should clip off. And then you're gonna have to rip this right here. See, it has these metal rings on here. You're gonna have to rip that to get this cover off. So to take this ring off of here, a trick that I did right here is get a flathead screwdriver, and it's not the same clip right here, but this is just for demonstration purposes. Go ahead and get the flathead and just wedge it in between those 2, and then just turn it, and then it should separate these, and then just move the ring around, and it should come off. Once we have everything loosened up back here, the next thing we need to do is remove these little guys up here for the headrest, and on the bottom of here there's like the clip for it, so you just gotta squeeze it and this should pop out. This is what I was talking about. You see how these split right here at the end? So you're gonna wanna go ahead and squeeze them in like that and pull up. So now that we have everything removed, go ahead and just get your cover right here, and just take it off with the foam all the way around. So it looks like we ran into some issues right here. It looks like the original seat comes with this little plastic or like a vinyl type of protector for the airbag. So you're gonna need to remove this bracket that's held in by a 10mm that has the slanted like bolts. So you need to get like either a 12 point socket so that you can take that off. So now we're gonna get the cover and put it on the seat. So this is how the seat looks like now with the cover on here. Next, go ahead and get your clips right here. If you have some black ones like how I do, it's probably better. So go ahead and get them, and you're just gonna slide them through. Once you put those pins on the top of the seat for the headrest, go ahead and get the bottom of the seat and just mount it back where it goes. Put the 4 bolts through. Go ahead and put your 4 bolts on. Okay, so our seat is pretty much ready to be installed. So let's go ahead and take it back in the car. Go ahead and install your connections to your seat on the bottom. Go ahead and tighten down the back of the seat with the bolts, and do the same thing for the front. Connect your battery so that you can move your seat backwards so you can get the front 2 bolts. Now that we have the driver's seat in, go ahead and do the passenger. This one's pretty much the same. It has 4 bolts like the driver's side right here. The only difference is that in the back side there's a little cover that covers just the bolt right here for the back. So all you gotta do is just pry this out. So now that we have our 2 front seats in, we're gonna do the back. First, we're gonna take off the bench seat right here. In order to do that, you need to get your hand in here. There's like a little clip right here that you pull. When you pull this, it has it on both sides, so do both, and then this should just come off. This is how it looks without the bench seat on here. If you need to get access to your fuel pump, it's going to be right here. So those are 3 Phillips right there that you need to remove, and then I'm pretty sure underneath it there's some clips and screws that you need to remove as well. What we're doing now is removing these side bolsters here. So usually there's this Phillips right here that you need to remove, and that it has it on both sides. So go ahead and remove that Phillips. To get these off, all you're doing is pretty much picking this up and prying up. There's a clip on here that needs to be pried up that mounts to that bracket right here. So just pry up and you should be able to get that out. Next, what you need to do is pull on these levers right here and bring your seat down. And you're going to want to take off all these plastic tabs around the back of the seat. And you're going to do the same thing with this side as well. Go ahead and move this back. Next, go ahead and rip this off of here like this. Just move this to the side. And then what you're gonna want to do is get yourself the flathead, and then just go ahead and get in between here, and then just lift. And then the clips right here should come off. And then just go ahead and go around the whole seat right here and do the same thing. I forgot to mention, take your headrest right here, take it off by pressing in this tab and pulling up. You have your cover loose. Go ahead and take these 2 Phillips bolts on the bottom right here, take them off. What you're going to want to do to take the seat out is just pry to the left so that this little pin right here can come off of the seat. When you're taking off your seat cover, be prepared to take more of the circular fasteners holding on the cover. They're all around the seat, so just take those off and it should be free. Go ahead and take off your headrest clips that hold on the headrest. Once you get your cover off your seat, go ahead and get the little circle clips that hold on the cover and put them back where they're supposed to go. Okay, so what we're gonna do is install these rods in the back side of the new seat. Once you get your rods in the seat, go ahead and turn it around and start trying to put it on. We started putting this back together. As you can see, the first clip is in. Now you're gonna do this side with a sharp tool or something like this. Go ahead and make a hole in the fabric right here so that the clip can go through the hole. And you're gonna be doing this around the whole seat. So you have your cover nice and secure, go ahead and turn it around. And then what you're going to want to do is put the frame for the actual seat right here, put it in, So it's pretty self-explanatory. This goes up. As you can see, there's the little handle right here that you pull to pull down the seat. So this goes in there. The frame for the seat is nice and seated. Turn it around. Go ahead and install your headrest clips here. Now what we're doing is installing these guys so that it can hold these, the back cover of these seats nice and tight. So we're gonna go ahead and put those all around like how we took them out. So this is what you guys are pretty much doing. Get like a needle nose pliers or something, and then just go ahead and tighten these together like that, and then do that all around the circumference of the cover of the seat. So this is our finishing product right here. This is gonna take you the most time, but do this right so that your seat can look good. We have one side down. So now we're gonna do this side. Go ahead and bring the seat down and start taking these tabs out of here like how we did in the other one, and then also remove the 2 Phillips bolts right here. Once we have our seat out, go ahead and do the same thing. Take off your headrest, and then we need to remove this center armrest. So in the back of the seat there should be some bolts, so go ahead and remove those bolts right there. 210s, go ahead and remove them. After you remove those 2 bolts, go ahead and remove the 17mm bolt right here. Remove this, it should just pop out. So we need to remove these clips like how we did in the other seat so that we can fully get access to removing the whole cover. You also want to remove the headrest clips right here, so go ahead and push those and push out. We're going to install the frame to the back of the seat. It's pretty much the same way that it came out of, so make sure that your little clip right here is going in the hole where it's supposed to go. Once we have our frame for the seat, go ahead and start fastening down those edges right here with the little clips. Once you have your seat tucked in, go ahead and transfer the parts from this armrest, like for example this bracket, to the other one, and then just go ahead and mount them on here. Install your 17mm bolt back on. Go ahead and install your headrest clips right here. Bench cover right here, it's pretty much the same as the other ones. They have clips in the middle that you had to remove, and you need to move the metal rails to the back of the new cover so that it has something to grab on. Well, it turns out that it's a pain in the ass to put those little circle things back where they go in the bench. So what I'm doing is putting zip ties instead, and this might not be such a good of an option, but it's the only one that I can see that can work, because it's really hard to get those things down there. And yeah, so I'm gonna just use zip tied. Alright guys, so I'm done with the middle section here, but you can tell it's a little bit wrinkly, so we're gonna do the underside. Okay guys, so we are done. As you can see, my zip ties go all the way around. You can tell that it's a little bit wrinkled, but it's because it's a new seat. But it's nice and firm, so it should be good. So let's install this back in the car. Okay, so let's start by installing the one that has the armrest. We're going to do that one first. So let's go ahead and pick it up. Go ahead and get your seat in this stud right here. So go ahead and slide it in there. After you do that, go ahead and get your mounting bracket. Get your mounting bracket back on there for support. Go ahead and get the cover and put it in the back. Go ahead and install the side bolster here. Go ahead and install your other seat. You're installing the seat, make sure you line up the hole to this stud right here. And install your other bracket. And install your cover to the back of the seat. Install your side bolster. Go ahead and install the bottom seat. Alright guys, so I'm pretty much finished. I installed all the seats, I changed everything. I even put the sport headrest in the back like how I have in the front. The car looks much better, looks like it's brand new. If you guys liked what you guys saw, please give me a thumbs up. Like always, thanks for watching.